I was 11 years old. I woke up sick on a Tuesday morning, so I couldn't go to school. I decided to have a Shrek movie marathon. I planned to watch all of the Shrek movies, even the holiday specials, from start to finish. So I slipped on my Shrek pajamas, wrapped myself with my Shrek blanket, and walked downstairs. My older sister was at high school, and my parents were at work, so I had the house to myself. Before I put the first DVD movie into the DVD player, I prayed to Shrek, asking him to bless the movies in my hands. I then inserted the first movie. At around 2:45, right in the middle of the Shrek Christmas movie, my sister rumbles through the front door and goes downstairs into the TV room. "Are you still in love with Shrek, you little twerp?" she asks in a snobby voice. I simply ignore her and continue to watch the movie. "Look, queer, I want to watch the series finale of Pretty Little Liars, so give me the remote." She attempts to seize the remote from me. I try my hardest to resist her, but in my diseased state, I know I couldn't hold out forever. "Shrek," I yell, "please, help me." And with one swift stroke, my sister slapped me hard across the face. I begin to cry, but at that instant, the power went out. My sister and I looked around, bewildered. Then only the TV turns back on, but something was off. Instead of looking at Fiona, Shrek was looking towards us. Then the familiar smell of onions filled the room. I suddenly know what was about to happen. I give my sister a devilish grin. "You won't be able to overcome his power," I say. All Stars by Smash Mouth starts playing somewhere at a very faint volume. All of a sudden, the sound of 100 glass bottles breaking pierces the air as Shrek begins to animate and climb out of the TV. He fully climbs out and stands in the room. Shrek stares at my petrified sister from across the room. Then he takes a strange blue onion out of his pocket and lobs it at my sibling's face. The alien-like onion explodes on impact, emitting a foul odor. My sister begins to cough and gag, and before she can recover, Shrek lifts her up and pegs her at the wall at superhuman speeds. She crashes into the wall, leaving a large dent and debris. Just as she opened her eyes again, the Ogre Lord strolls over and picks her up by the throat. With his remaining hand, he rips off all of her clothes with one graceful swipe. He then proceeds to rip off his pants, exposing his gargantuan phallus in the air. I stare wide-eyed as my now nude sister and Shrek stare each other down. My sister begins to cry. Shrek? He only smiles as he inserts his green sausage into my sister's meat locker. I witness the miracle, desire rising, mouth watering. I watch in bewilderment as Shrek works my sister in ways unimaginable. After a while, Shrek slips my sibling onto the floor and looses his oniony love onto her body. He leans down next to her and says, "Better out than in is what I always say." My sister loses consciousness. The ogre gives her an onion. Shrek then walks over to me, looking at me, urging my Shrek attire. With one downward thrust on his penis, a second wave of musky, thick fluid jumps onto my blanket, my hair, and on my face. I am delighted as he also gives me an onion and starts heading back towards the TV. "Thank you, Shrek," I say. He winks at me and jumps back in. Power is restored to the house. Shrek is love. Shrek is life.